more than that, it's about how to overcome failure. And just knowing that failure means you're on the right path, which seems so counterproductive. But if you aren't able to fail, you can't succeed. Nobody just tried something the first time and got it right, or very, very few and far between. Success is just a journey of failures. And it sounds so difficult and a little bit daunting to think about that. But now I'm to the point in my career that I know if I try something new that I'm going to fail. But now I know that. And so when that first failure comes along, I'm kind of more excited about it because I'm like, well, that must mean I'm on the right path. Because nobody just goes from A to Z like that, right? So failure is part of your journey. So looking at those failures, I have a whole new outlook on them now. So I just got rejected by a granting agency. I found out last night. Super disappointing because, of course, I worked with a lot of people. We put this together, spent a ton of time on it, read the reviews. And some were great, right? So this is the thing, too. There's just people at the other end of everything. Some of the reviews were amazing, and some were just like totally bash the whole thing. So who's right? This is why you can't take things personally, right? At the end of the day, everything, there's people on the other side. So it's their experiences, their perception, that's going to give them their view on maybe something you submit. Okay, so I failed. But then I look at the reviews, what that's doing, it's giving me information to make it better the next time, right? So I took all of 2 seconds to be like, oh, and then boom, how can we fix it, right? What can I do to improve? And so I challenge you to do that. The next time you're faced with failure, whether it's in academics, your career, you didn't get the job, you didn't get the internship, the research project you turned out didn't turn out what you wanted it to be, right? That's a lesson. That means you're on the right path. You need to fail to succeed. If you're not willing to fail, you won't succeed. Okay? I failed, but I dust myself off, take the 2 seconds and go. So what's your failure? And look at that as, dang, I'm on the right path. If I fail, this will lead to success. Be accepting of failure. Face it, 2 seconds to get over it. What can I learn from it? And then I improve. If you do that in your wildlife career, you will succeed because you will grow as a person. You'll be able to handle things with grace. All of these things make a very strong wildlife biologist. Those skill sets, that would crumble a lot of people. That is what sets a lot of people apart in this field, is not accepting failure, right? Of being down and living in that and thinking that failure defines you. It doesn't. It's just other people's experience or perception, whatever factors. There's so many factors that go into why you failed, right? So just get over it. The world needs you to be present and to move on. And, my failure with that grant enabled probably somebody else to get it. And maybe that was more important to them at this point. Maybe they really needed that more than I needed that for confidence or the specific species, whatever it might be. So my failure could be somebody else's success. And if you look at it that way, you just, you give good energy, you get good energy. So be a failure today. Accept being a failure. I'm a failure today, right? But that leads to my success. Okay, have a great week. Don't be afraid to fail. Face that failure. Take 2 seconds and get over it. I'd love to hear how you failed. I'll always share how I fail. It happens all the time, okay? But through that, you have success. All right, have a great week. I'm Dr. Carrie Moorfield. Subscribe, please. We're gonna share with the world, a good positive energy, a good motivating message for you, for people. And that then turns into success for our planet and the animals and the programs that we run and care for. So.